My rank has risen a little bit because I gained some points, and today we're going to jump back into battling online VGC double battles using that same Hattie Trick Room team I've been using the last couple of times that I've battled on here. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and we're going to get right in here to game one.
Bum, bum, bum.
Zeke one plays. A Dondozo Tatsugiri team with a female Ndidi and a Dragapult, Skeledirge, and a Mungus. This is looking like a very bulky team, but I think I have some ways of dealing with it. Ground type Terra on my Hatterene is looking pretty good into the Skeledirge. I've got Clear Smog on Torkoal for the Dozo strategy. And I need to be ready for a Choice Scarf, Icy Wind into this Pokemon here. So let's do a Trick Room setup here. And we're going to bring Torkoal for sure for that Amoonguss, for other stuff. And then, yeah, Clear Smog for the Dozo. I think we want Ezra Miller over the other Wide Guard user. And there's not really a whole lot of priority here, and so we should be good without Farigiraf. Yeah, I think this is the call. And good luck to my opponent as we get in here to game one. Really interested to see how this one is going to go. I believe my Torkoal should underspeed their entire team under Trick Room, so if we can get Trick Room up turn one, we should be in a pretty good position to pop. Here we are. Heading right on in, excited to see what this person leads. Amoonguss and Ndidi is the lead here. Double shinies. What I'm going to do is let this arrest right over the move time area. That looks a little better. Okay. Here we go. There is no psychic terrain, which is interesting. So I think I'm going to fake out the Amoonguss here. Or straight up switch into Torkoal. Fake out the Amoonguss sounds good, and then we will switch into, or we'll do the Trick Room here. Yeah, that's probably the best move. Yeah, because Spore will not land into Hatterene because of Magic Bounce. Fake out will. So we exchange Fake Outs that turn. Now, my Hariyama cannot be slept, and neither can Hatterene, and so I think my best option is just to stay in here. And we're going to try to get rid of the Ndidi because Torkoal one-shots the Amoonguss under Trick Room. And so we're going to hit up Trick Room once again and try to knock out the Ndidi with a close combat. Now, if they read this move and they go into some Ghost type, that definitely might be an issue. Looks like they might be trying to get damage into my Hatterene or trying to Spore. So we're about to see. Focus Sash comes out. This is such an interesting set. I've never seen Ndidi not carry the Psychic terrain, and so that's fascinating for me. Toxic comes out, and Magic Bounce bounces it back, and wow. Because of Follow Me, I get the Toxic off on Ndidi, and it's going to go down. That is hilarious. I cannot believe that just happened. What a strange, strange battle here. Trick Room does go up, though. All right, and we're going to probably Dazzling Gleam plus Heavy Slam here, just because, again, I'm not too worried about being slept because Spore is not going to work on either of my Pokemon. Boy, if he would have Spored there, that would have been hilarious. Although, that would have put us in a more compromising position than this one. Now, what are we going to see now? Tatsugiri come out, or are we going to see... No, we see the Dozo. Okay, here comes the Dondozo. Nice, shiny Dondozo. Super cool. And I think at this point, I don't really mind if either of these Mons go down, so we're going to go ahead and... Actually, you know, now that I think about it, he could be hard switching into Tatsugiri. So if that's the case, Yeah, I've got to be careful here. I think I want to go Gastrodon. And I want to Dazzling Gleam here. Rage Powder comes out. Dazzling Gleam hits both opponents. Does quite a bit to Dozo, which I'm pretty happy with. Rock Slide going to come out and chip away at my Pokemon. Both my Pokemon are pretty bulky here. Leftovers on the Dozo is confirmed now. I still have my Terra type intact. I think I'm going to Ice Beam the Amoonguss and Dazzling Gleam once more, and this might pick up the knockout depending on if we get a Spore off or not. If he Spores my Gastrodon, that could be problematic, but we've got to do what we got to do. Yeah, this looks like a Spore coming into the Gastro slot. Dazzling Gleam does come out first, and it hits Amoonguss. Now the Ice Beam will knock out if it hits, and it does. Well, depending on their spread. Yeah, they're very specially defensive. If they were a defensive variant, that definitely would have knocked out. But that's okay. We are going to get Spored here. No, we're going to get Toxicked. Okay, so this is basically a stall doubles team, which I don't think I've ever ran into before. Well played to my opponent here. But it's nice to know now that I underspeed both of their Pokemon. So I think a Dazzling Gleam plus Ice Beam is still the way to go here. Ice Beam into Amoonguss and Dazzling Gleam once again. The only problem is if Amoonguss protects, but I'm not really expecting that. I guess we'll see. Another interesting issue would be if they stall out Trick Room, but I believe my Hariyama should be faster than some of his Pokemon, so I might still be able to win in that situation. Amoonguss goes down, so I don't have to worry about Spore anymore. Now we have the Dozo, and is he going to get a knockout onto Gastro? He does not. But here comes Tatsugiri, probably, and so I believe now I've just got to find a safe way to get Torkoal in and get the clear Smog off. So I think there's a number of ways that we can make that happen. It is Tatsugiri. A full shiny team. That's super cool. He gets the stat boosts. And we're going to just Earth Power into Dazzling Gleam here. I know that Hatterene is going to go down anyway. The only thing I can hope for here is that maybe he Wave Crashes, and then a Fake Out next turn plus another Earth Power might pick up the KO because of the special attack boost. So we're going to see what happens. He protects for the last turn of Trick Room, and I should have swapped there, but that's okay. I'm not sure about the calculations here. Because, I don't think that he can take out my Torkoal with a non-water move. But if he has Earthquake, that could be a dangerous situation. But I think getting the clear Smog off is ultimately very important here. I think we go Hariyama to be safe and get a couple of Earth Powers off. Could have been the wrong move. This is an interesting situation, and this is part of what I love about VGC this year is that you kind of have this is like a little bit of a puzzle solution game here with the Dondozo and Tatsugiri setup. Whether you're the one setting it up or you're the one taking it down, you have to be careful to really navigate it carefully. So we're going to Earth Power and Fake Out. Yes, Fake Out. He's going to Terrasilize. Into the Dragon type for that Order Up boost. Fake Out going to come out and do a little bit. Earth Power going to come out and put it in 2-shot range. I'm not positive. It does, okay. I think that I should be able to just push through here and get the knockout. Having Gastro was definitely a good call because it basically shut down his ability to use water moves using that Storm Drain ability. Ice Beam now does super effective damage. But just in case my close combat knocks out and I'm going to be hitting into Tatsugiri, I want to go ahead and do the correct move, which I believe is Earth Power. And we're going to close combat here. I still have my Terra type, but I think I'm going to save it. Close combat, and he does protect, which is not surprising. At this point, I think he's stalling out what is probably a loss, though. I mean, it could be a win if Tatsugiri is Scarfed and he gets the right call. I just don't think that he can punch through 2 of my Pokemon with Tatsugiri, but he could. He could. I could be surprised. That right there will probably allow him to live a close combat. I guess we're going to have to see. It'll definitely allow him to knock out the Gastro before it hits him, though, if he lives the close combat. All right, let's see what happens. Moment of truth. And he's going to outspeed my Hariyama here with a speed boost. Wave Crash, and we eat that up with a Storm Drain. I was wondering if he was going to make a mistake like that. So an Earth Power into Tatsugiri here would be amazing. Let's see what happens. Close combat does get the knockout, so now we're going to get a hit into Tatsugiri. Perfect. This is exactly the end game that I wanted, and I believe my opponent just lost the game there with that Wave Crash mistake. Earth Power coming out into Tatsu. Does a great 80%. Gastro will go down, but out comes my Sun Turtle. And this should be the cleanup of game 1 here. What a strange, stall, slow game kind of team. We're going to Fire Blast, and we're going to close combat. At this point, I don't understand my opponent. It feels like they're just trying to stall out for the sake of being frustrating. Because at this point, the Protect really doesn't matter. You outspeed both of my Pokemon, and you get hit by both of them most likely. And so, I mean, I guess he could be stalling out my Hariyama's burn damage, but that 15 points of health probably doesn't make a big difference here. The PP does make a difference, but again, I don't know that it's going to matter. Muddy Water comes out here. It's a little chunk on both of us. The accuracy fail, that's going to be a big deal. Close combat, though, is going to finish out the game. And that's it. Good game to my opponent. A little bit frustrating to play against kind of a stally team, but hey, we did come out on top. Really happy with the way that went. Really curious why they didn't bring Skeledirge. Skeledirge was a good matchup in my team, but they did what they did. All right, this trainer is bringing Mousehold, Meowscarada, Indeedee, Golden Go, Hydreigon, and Armorogue. This looks like a pretty standard fast team, not necessarily a Trick Room team. Psychic Surge is going to make it hard to fake out things, like the Mousehold. The Mousehold is going to hit my team really hard here. So I think what we want to do... Yeah, this is fascinating. I think we go fake out pressure just in case they go Hydreigon. I think we go... Hatterene. Definitely better Camel in the back. As well as Gastro. Gastro hits a lot of their stuff super effectively. So the reason I decided to go with Drax is because Fake Out Pressure is good on Hydreigon. And if they go the Mouse Hold Indeedee route, which is the most scary for my team, I should be able to maybe figure out who they're going to target down and then use my correct move. Armorogue and Indeedee, that's a much better lead for my team. Yeah, much better lead for my team. It's going to allow me to just straight up close combat. Of course, actually, you know, I could be expecting a heat wave here. I don't think I have to worry too much about that, though. We're going to close combat into Indeedee and go ahead and Terrasilize Terra Blast the Armorogue, which isn't going to knock it out, but it'll do a lot. And I'm expecting them to Imprison or reverse Trick Room, do something to stop my Trick Room from going up. I guess we will see what happens. Going for damage, expecting them to try to stop my Trick Room. And they just straight up Expanding Force. Wow. So I could have Trick Roomed easily there. I overthought that play way too hard. It is what it is. A wide guard would have disrupted that too. My goodness, there's so many ways I could have won this. All right. Yeah, I don't think that I'm able to win this. I think I just resign it here. So we're going to Trick Room just in case, but he's definitely Expanding Forcing. Unless he thinks I'm wide guard, but I'm not, and he doesn't think I am, so... Man, I could have read that too. I know that this is a strategy, but I did not even look to that. Well, good game to my opponent, and I'm going to go ahead and resign this one, and we're gonna try another one. The most frustrating thing there was that I literally thought about clicking wide guard, although I was thinking about Heat Wave. I wasn't thinking about Expanding Force, and so Expanding Force as an option, as a strategy, just completely escaped me, and so what a frustrating loss. But here we're going into a very hyper-offensive team. Pomot, and Mousehold, Annihilate, Titan, Garchomp, and Golden Go. Fake Out looking pretty nice here. I don't see a Tailwind on their team. And so I'm curious what their speed control is. Possibly Icy Wind from Titan, or maybe no speed control at all. Or this could be the beat-up strategy on Annihilate. Yeah, that very well could be what this is. Yeah, we're going to go the normal lead. Bring Torkoal for a couple of their big hitters in the back. And I don't think I have to worry about Mach Punch too much. So we'll go Gastro in the back here. This is the same team I bring to a lot of games. The Tropius is to catch certain wide guard strategies to make sure that I have good resistances. And then Furgraph, of course, is mostly for priority, which this team may have some of, but I'm not really sure what they're going to have. All right, game 3 of the day. This is our last one. Good luck to my opponent. Hope that we can take the W here at the end of the day. Mouse Hold Annihilate. This does look like the beat-up strategy, so if you're not familiar with this, what you can do, use beat up into Annihilate, and that'll make his Rage Fist do a ton of damage here. And so I'm sure he's going to try to Rage Fist the Hatterene, so we're just going to Trick Room. And I believe Close Combat the Mouse Hold. Because I have a Focus Sash, I don't have to worry about anything else. And if he Rage Fist Hariyama, we lose Hariyama. It's okay. We live with the Focus Sash. So what's the difference between last game and this game? I knew exactly what they were going for this game. Last game, I just totally lapsed on the idea of Expanding Force being a good strategy, which it is. Like, it really can be. I've used it on another team, and Expanding Force is very good. So, yeah, and so this game, knowing what's going to happen and reading it, I was able to get my game strategy going. Still in a scary position here with a Annihilate that can hit extremely hard. And it all depends on what he brings out here as well. So Titan, all right, not bad. I think we just Dazzling Gleam plus Close Combat. I mean, yeah, I think he's probably going to protect the Titan. I don't need Hatterene anymore, though. I'd like Hatterene to go down, so that's fine. All right, so I am going to get my Close Combat off and kill this Titan. Not bad at all. And then I'll probably lose my Hariyama as well, but I like the position that I'm in here. And I'm going to say that was a mistake by my opponent there. I don't believe that Annihilate gets any kind of priority. And so he should go down to a double target here if I decide to do that. Yeah, we're going to go Torkoal, and I think we're going to Terrastalize and Erupt. All right, there is a fake out possibility here. Protect Torkoal. Close Combat the Pawmot, I believe. Close Combat comes out and almost knocks out the Pawmot, except for the Focus Sash. Now, where is Rage Fist going here? Oh, it goes into the protected Torkoal. That's not bad. What is Pawmot doing? Revival Blessing. Interesting strategy. Now, do I have two room? I think I have 2 turns of Trick Room left. I do. So definitely going to Erupt here, expecting probably some protects somewhere along the way. And Heavy Slam the Pawmot, just in case he dies to Eruption, and I have to hit the Annihilate instead. I don't believe they've Terrastalized yet either, so that could throw a wrench in my plans here as well if he Terrastalizes into something that resists fire. with the Annihilate specifically, obviously, right? No, but he protects. All right, Eruption will definitely take out Titan, regardless of what it does, unless it protects. So I believe I'm just going to Heavy Slam and Erupt here. Wow. What an interesting team with a Revival Blessing. This is the first time I've ran into it in game. All right, and we're going to Heavy Slam the Rage Fister here. He's definitely going to live a Spread Eruption. Oh, now this is interesting because Eruption is going to do a lot more damage if it's not spread, if it's just into the Annihilate. The double protect fails, so here comes a direct Eruption right into him. Let's see what happens. This is going to be a ton of damage. So he doesn't have any special defense boosts. Yes, it does knock out the Annihilate. Double protect there was probably the game decision maker. Like, if he had gotten the double protect, I believe I could have been cooked there. And so that is fascinating to me. What we're going to do here is we're going to Fire Blast the Titan in case of any kind of like Earthquake or crazy damage. And we're going to go hard into the Gastro in order to bring back the Fake Out pressure and also to make sure that I get rid of those defense drops just in case that matters. So we'll Fire Blast here and we'll go into Gastro. And he cancels the game. Well done to my opponent. Very good game. And, interesting series of games. I think Game 2 was absolutely winnable. Look at that, the difference that it would have been had I Trick Roomed and Wide Guarded. Completely different outcome. I believe I would have been able to win that one easily. And then, of course, that last game, very good game to my opponent. I knew exactly what he was going for, and still, that is a very powerful strategy because he was almost able to pull it back. And so, thank you guys for checking out these VGC videos. If you want more content like this, make sure you like and comment down below, hey, I love these, before I stop doing them because I'm getting ready to focus on stuff that performs better if you guys don't appreciate this very much. And so, I also have some other ideas for teams if we want to continue doing these. And so there'll be more from these coming out shortly. And then I'll, of course, update you if I'm going to stop doing them. But thank you guys so much for checking it out. And as always, stay safe and peace out.